Greetings, everybody, and welcome to episode 107 of the Sitcast, aka the Siblings in Cardboard podcast. I'm your host, Noah, joined by my buddies / goes Thomas, Donnie, and Justin. Whether you're a veteran card gamer or first timer just testing the waters, we are all siblings in cardboard. Guys, I know I messed up the recording last week, technically, but we got everybody together this week, so it feels like a win. How's everybody doing? We had a little bit of a little final showing right before the record, as well as some other shakeups. So how's everybody feel?
I mean, the calling was pretty entertaining. Top 8 was exciting. Our local final boss, Andrew Lorenz, was in top 8 on Acilio.
First seed.
My king.
So.
Yeah, first seed, lost one game. The only game he lost, I think, was a mirror.
Yes.
Which, that's a mirror. Like, whatever.
So, I mean, go him. Good job, buddy.
Heck yeah.
Good job, Andrew. Yeah, that's...
Hell yeah. I'm super happy for him. That dude grinds and grinds and grinds. And he goes to everything. And he's a good enough player to be topping a lot of these things. He's just had some really bad beats. And I'm glad he didn't have bad beats for once.
Until he ran into Kano.
Then he had
bad
beat.
Dude, okay.
Well,
that's the wildest 3 games that Kano had to have ever experienced.
because he brought the technology. He had the 2 rewinds, which is like, if you play Acilio Kano, rewind, like each rewind is worth like 15 points in the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's
Not
sitting
that we
on
have to worry about
essentially
that
like Spell Void 2 or Spell Void 3-ish, AB1 that helped dig for rewinds, and he just didn't find it.
And so now we can all finally disrespect Kano forever. We
Yes,
no
we
longer have to
I
respect
am
Kano.
sad. I will miss my king.
Our wizard boy,
for a limited time.
our wizard boy, despite losing in the finals of the calling, had already hit living legend due to a battle hardened win. That's right, he almost took out 2 tournaments in his final weekend, but he is finally done for. Dunzos. Are we going to get wizard innovation now? Did they perfectly time it so Compendium is going to have like bukus of wizard innovation?
It would be hilarious if there is a Kano spec coming out in pen.
Oh, I doubt that.
Well,
but there
if
could
it's
be.
a
There
rare,
could be.
if it's a rare, that's fine.
Yes, a
because
rare.
I would love him to get some cards in pen or in Sage,
Let's see.
because that's my only format I can play Kano in right now.
That's not the only meta shakeup though, and I guess we'll get to it. But okay, what else happened in the past like 2 weeks? Skirmish season.
Yep.
So
Have
yeah, Justin picked up a win, and then I picked up a win.
Go
So I
Moa.
have my Marvel Bravo as well.
Let's go. So I didn't know this until the day of the skirmish. I thought the top 4 prizing was 2 shocks, 2 Everblooms, because the only thing I care about is the 2 shocks
Mm-hmm.
because of my Acilio deck. And when I got there, I found out that prizing for top 2 is either 2 shocks or 2 Everblooms. So there was a chance I went to the tournament and just didn't get what I needed.
Apparently, Georgia was
Did you get it,
shock
though?
coded. I think every tournament in Georgia was shock. So
Good.
yeah,
Good.
I got to play Data Doll one last time, twice. I got top 4 in the first one, but then got beat up by Justin, who won it. And
I didn't
right?
beat you up. You low rolled.
I mean, it is what it is. Data Doll does her thing, right? And when she does her thing, it's stupid. And by the way, in the one that I won, I played into a Dromai, then I played into a Shiana, and then it was Blaze, 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 Blaze. And I was teched for Blaze, and I beat the pants off of her 4 times in a row. Like, it was just not even fair. Dude, I have all the prevention. I don't even bother bringing AB1 because I'm just teched. I bring Physiotronic Model I, and it's really funny. Physiotronic Model I was not AB2. It was, this is a good hand, I'm going.
Because it does the every time you boost, you
Every time you
look
boost,
at a card and put a card
you
on top.
draw
right?
a card and put a card on top.
Yeah. So if you had an item in hand, you just get to fix that
No,
immediately.
against one of the blazes, I had a boost card in Arsenal and had 3 items in on hand, and I'm like, man, this Physiotronic just won the game.
Yeah.
Justin, what did you play?
I played a Wola.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. It's my first, this is my last chance to really get to play her in this iteration until we get the next Aurora out. I'd worked on Blaze a little bit. I'm not going to act like I dumped a million hours into Blitz, but I worked on Blaze a little bit. I couldn't get the KO matchup where I liked it, and I did with Aurora. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to play that instead.
Seems good.
So we got
treated me very well all weekend.
We got some additional news about the Blitz format since we recorded last.
Yeah. Oh goodness, we have so much to cover.
Yeah, we have
for the dev
we have
talk,
the whole
right?
dev talk to talk about too.
Ton to cover. Anything else happened over the past week? Just armories and stuff. A lot of the guys went out to Seattle, so they're all still having fun in Seattle right now. That calling literally wrapped up minutes before we got on here. Congrats to Yali for picking up one of the first pairs of quick dodge flexors.
The only thing that I had going on, I finally got my opportunity to go onto the Tunic Counter Gamers podcast, talking about the Arachne Armory deck last night. So I think that came out today. He said it's coming out today. If it's not, it'll be out tomorrow.
And
So
you threw down the
was fun.
gauntlet, right? You went on there and you said you guys versus us, right? You threw it down.
No, I forgot about that because I was thinking about Skirmish, where in my very first round I played against Will and he managed to ruin my Bonds of Agony turn with Flesh Bag. So I was a little salty, and I let his listeners know about it. I mean, it's my last one of my last opportunities to get to play Bonds, and he rips my reaction out of my hand. Anyway, I'm not salty about it. I'm not still mad about it. It's okay. It's okay.
So, before we get too farther into like news and discussion, we want to, do our thing where we tell people to click on our link and buy stuff and engage in.
Do people want to buy things right now? It's so crazy. What deck would you possibly want to buy things for? Everything just got removed.
Dude, I mean, you're probably not buying cards for Verdants.
I imagine Stormstriders to the ground.
Or maybe you are buying
Stormstriders
cards. Maybe Stormstriders goes down a couple dollars.
But before we do get into that, you could click that link if you wanted to buy anything. I mean, maybe it doesn't even have to be Flesh and Blood related, but then again, what are you doing clicking on this video? Maybe you're interested. But seriously, if you're ever buying something on TCG Player, you could just click the link in the description, the one for TCG Player. It doesn't do anything special. It just takes you straight to the same place you would have bought cards from. All it does is it activates a little kickback link that we will get 1% or something. I can't remember 3%. How it works. It's even better than I thought. Look at that. All for clicking a link. It's crazy. So if you do want to support us in any which way, shape, or form, that's the easiest way to do it. And we would appreciate it because you're going to buy the cards anyway. So, it's like a win-win. I guess I'll start with Stormstriders. I don't know. I don't think they would have plummeted this fast. I think we would take some time for those to really go down. I mean, it's not exactly the most expensive card in the world. It is. I mean, it has been trending down for 3 months. Wizards, I don't think, are
Wizards are a hefty part. It's just they don't use Stormstriders. Only Verdance.
No.
Verdance uses them. Kano was hitting LL eminently, and Acilio doesn't use them. Those all Verdance.
They're $44. They're $44. They've been trending down for quite a while with not a lot of sales. So I mean, they might take a little hit and go down a little bit more. But we could start with some things going down, I guess. Balance of Justice has a 1 month drop. It still has a 3 month high, but I feel like it will continue to go down as we get closer to Compendium, given the alternate version. I just think that there will be a bigger demand, and this Balance of Justice will suffer as a result. So I would consider this to probably go back down to like 120, 125, something of that nature. It's 150 right now. It has a kind of a high of around 180, but that was a little while ago. So they've been selling consistently lower, 160, 150, 179, and now down. So definitely keep an eye on that. In line with that, something that we can talk about, potentially why this would be going down. The other crown will probably start going down as well, because that too got another sort of art iteration, reprint, special promo, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't know how that gets around. I guess it gets around the reprint policy because it's just not the same card.
New art.
New art always gets around.
Wow.
No. It's not,
I'm kidding.
it's always been part of their policy that they can reprint cards at any foiling that they want as long as it's new art. Like that's how they've done. That's how they've done all the promos and stuff in the past.
That's true. It's true. I'm
nothing
not,
new. It's just now that they're doing legendaries, right?
Yes.
Oh, and technically, like the winning major events are reprints of legendary at a different, like foiling and stuff
gold
too.
Foiling and things like that. Well, I mean, but it's different rarity.
They're still consistent, but I could see there have been some complaints by collectors that it kind of undermines how people.
I mean, it just gives you more things to collect. I mean, is it a good thing? Yes. Is it a bad thing? Yes, but it's a good bad thing.
I think we should see how it affects the market price on some of the rarer stuff. That's the biggest complaint, right? That if you have your cold foil Crown of Province, does it go down in price? And I don't think it does.
I mean, it probably does, but not that much. I mean, because the scarcity will eventually tick it back up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it really just depends. I think the problem is that the new art becomes like a new thing, and it's the most recent thing. So it just, do you want to be left out of that trend kind of a thing? I don't know. It's hard to say. We'll have to wait for some data. It's going to be a long time before that happens. Either way, Crown is actually trending down. I mean, it has a 3-month high, but it has a 1-month low. I do predict that this card will continue to go down. This is the rainbow foil. This is the Dusk Till Dawn version. It's at 114, which is actually quite high for a non-foil. And then let me take a look at the other one. I thought this was the rainbow foil one.
Do we know what is the low is also 114, but they sit around like 120, like 129.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay.
But the first cold foil is 185, and then it's like 192.
So I mean, it's still up there. I predict that they'll probably take a bit of a hit. I mean, it's just the nature of the reprints and things of that nature. Same with Shelter from the Storm. I know we talked about it before. It continues to go down. It's at 54. These might actually be maybe closer to $40 or $45, hopefully even lower once the other ones come out. It really just depends how many people pull. But once you ever create a split market where people have new things to seek, if the art catches like Command and Conquer, you're going to see that new art card go up and the other one will continue to drop, which is what happened in Command and Conquer. I mean, CNC is still $60, but it slowly trickled down from 90 ever since the other CNC came out. So probably a good time to eventually take a look at Shelter for the Storm and get a play set of that, along with, we talked about this last week and I just thought about it again. Still Weakest Link, $27. Definitely still want to get yourself a play set of that. Potentially could go down even more, but probably not, given meta shifts and things like that. This might be the time to just pick up a play set, which I think I have store credit from buying Pokemon and stuff, so I'm going to pick up a play set with it. So it's like free real estate.
Typing in the Weakest Link.
Weakest Link at 27 for a play set. It's not bad. It's like $90 for a play set.
Add 3 to cart now.
Yeah, like seriously, like add 3 to your cart and check out with the link, of course, because
affiliate link first. We're good.
It's not gonna get any cheaper. Yeah, pay yourself, pay us. Yeah, I pay myself too all the time with this link, but it's worth it. Seriously, that card's crazy good.
Justin, does Acilio still really hate this card?
Yeah, but not as much as Erase Face.
Okay.
Erase Face is worse.
Yes. By a lot. Volzar is your, like, Weakest Link is like losing 3 to 4 value. Erase Face can be losing 25.
Yeah, it can be very large amount of value that you lose. On your go turn, you basically don't have Volzar, and there's some other interactions that get broken too.
Yep. You wanted to keep a
Just-
CLV around. I literally had that kind of stuff happen right before we came on. So, yeah.
Hmm.
But it is a good card. If you want like the block 3 version of Ways to Annoy Cilia, Weakest Link is good.
Seems good.
Okay.
Anyways.
Didn't go through a bunch of different sets. I just saw that Super Slam was still pretty, like, it was still in their best selling, but it also has gone down. A box of Super Slam right now you can get for $51.
Really?
This
Really?
is my called shot. Buy Super Slam Heroes now.
Interesting.
51.
Anything Archaeo, Lyeth, Pleiades, maybe Tough Nut, but those 3 definitely. If you're even
Especially
slightly
Pleiades.
interested in those heroes, buy them now.
Yeah, you should probably buy into those heroes. I mean, the set's good. I mean, I like the heroes have relevance, most of them. The Marvels, there's still some good pricing or prices in there. There's still some good chases and things like that. I don't think the set was very, was poor presented in terms
a
of
cool set.
legendaries. I mean, it just, I don't know if it's just a good sizable print, which is a good, this is a good measure, I think, going forward for LSS after the Hunted and sort of High Seas debacle, of trying to hopefully get a good happy medium. But that's, I mean, its MSRP is 120 and it's sitting at 51. So, I mean, you gotta think. I mean, this is like a long con. I mean, you know, there's sets that you probably could have bought a while ago at $50 and you just sit on them, look at Everfest. So, I mean, take your pick. I think the only one that really still hasn't panned out, but I think it will, is ELE. Tales of Aria was another one that's still kind of floating around that cheaper price. But Flesh and Blood's an ebb and flow. So you're gonna ride something for a very long time if you do it. But just keep that in mind. I didn't really look into any other sets. I think High Seas was still pretty comfy at like maybe 120, and I don't know what Hunted is. I would assume Hunted is probably still
Probably the same.
insanely priced, given 120. Okay, so it's actually not that bad. So I mean, they're all right around MSRP. Last kind of card trending down, and we'll talk about some that are trending up or just still meta relevant. Valiant Dynamo's at $87 for a Rainbow Foil. I feel like that card's always just criminally low when it's low. Monarch, I think, is the most printed set ever. So, do you really need to like jump on this? No, but Kasai potentially. We're going to talk about Kasai taking a calling. So there's always a chance, especially with all the decks that we're going to talk about that took a hit. Meta shares kind of go elsewhere if you feel like your deck's no longer performing. And if we're about to go into some weird sort of mid-rangey meta, the Dual Warriors are going to do very well in this meta. So I definitely think it's a good opportunity to pick up Dynamo. 87 is really low. These are probably one of the best boots ever created in the game if you can, obviously get the value out of them every turn, which is not hard.
Speaking of boots, another reprint that just came out in the last couple of days we didn't mention earlier was Quick Dodge. Has it been moving at all yet?
It got reprinted in Compendium?
Yes.
It's coming out in
Yeah, we saw that either yesterday or today.
It
I think
is
it was
down
yesterday.
to $110 for Rainbow Foil. So that is lower considering I think most of the sales were about $139,
yesterday.
$140. The problem is with Quick Dodge is that a lot of people bought them and now they have them, and not a lot of decks really run them. I definitely think there will be a meta where Quick Dodge has to be the boots and they will spike because people will be like, shoot, I traded them at this price for this and now I got to re-get those. But they're at 110, which is the lowest they've been in quite a while. So, I mean, for the last 3 months, I mean, they've been about 130, 140. Most of the sales have been around the 140 mark, but now they're just down to 110. So,
yeah,
they
that
might
low
go
sell
down.
price must have just happened, right? Because you even look at the low sell price 3 month snapshot. It's saying that the low sell price is 130, even though there's one on the market for 111. So those prices
it looks
just
like
started
it's
going
just
down.
happening. Yeah. One was just bought for $140 on December 10th, so 4 days ago. So it looks like more people started listing them as the reprint potentially came out. Maybe people kind of knew with all the legendary reprints there was a chance, but here it is. Last other card. I have Ophidia's down to 380. It'll probably continue to go down. I think that this is a good response to a $500 Fable that was being
what's the fair price of an eye?
Probably so probably 250 to 3 for the Fables. I mean, for the Fables that get played, right? Because you got to think of Triple Donnie. You've got to think of the other one that Authority is like 250.
Mm-hmm.
Heart is, I think, the cheapest of the bigger ones at 228. It's consecutively been dropping, and that's because we're never in a meta where Heart is relevant.
Riches is 369.
Yeah, I just looked at that too. That's what I made the face over.
Riches is crazy. And the second they bring out some like cold foiling version of it, I think you'll see a drop in it. But then
the RF is the highest rarity right now.
So unfortunately, like that is the cold foil. You're paying cold foil prices for that. But I should go down to 3 or a little bit below 3, hopefully. In terms of that, I think everything else now is just things that are relevant or things to talk about. So I put Codex of Bloodrot and Inertia just to kind of keep eyes on them. Inertia's a weird one because Inertia's never been up there. Inertia's actually the same as Bloodrot. Not entirely sure. I guess a lot of Arsenal hate being considered for Assassin and Ranger. Maybe Assassin's more so because of something that just happened. And so we've got Codex of Inertia now at $15, joining Codex of Bloodrot. So both codexes outside of Frailty, which is still $30 or $28 split, both art styles, which is good. Both art styles are keeping pace. So Inertia pretty much doubled in price. It very, very, very quickly doubled in price.
That card is so fun.
It is. I actually think Inertia might be one of the better codexes. Like Bloodrot's good, and it's used more for the whole Ranger aspect of reloading your arsenal. But I feel like Inertia just has more actual like oomph behind it. I feel like the Arsenal hate's just way better in most cases than the 2 damage.
It's been used as a tech piece against Verdance.
I hate Inertia.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's uninteractable Arsenal hate. If they put a
number
combo
one
piece
card that I hate in this game is Codex of Inertia.
Yep. If Acilio or Verdance, who else can do it? It's like Acilio and Verdance are like the 2 big ones. They always like to put a combo piece into the arsenal. So
any combo deck or defensive deck, either one. You can throw it into the Guardians as well because their deck has 30% bad cards or 50% bad cards. Sorry, and like 50% good cards. So whatever. But yeah, I hate that card.
I love it. Card's so fun.
It's good.
Didn't we see a Codex of Inertia into a Codex of Inertia into a Death Touch on stream?
Yes,
on stream.
Yes,
we did.
That is classic. That happens so often. It's just like there's like you're like, oh man, this barely ever happens. You'll run like 2 Codex of Inertias in your deck, and they'll just happen anyway. It'll be like Codex Inertia, and it'll go. Really? A Command and Conquer? Like Death Touch? Weird.
Boomer tech, gotta love it.
It's a good card. I mean, I'm glad it's getting some time. All the codexes are really good cards when they came out. I feel like they all definitely have their respective metas where they come into play. Like Frailty is their big one, but the other ones are still really, really good. They all have their like niche whatever niche.
There's some play lines with Codex of Bloodrot that are just busted.
Yes.
Like
last
card in hand, play Codex of Bloodrot, throw Leave No Witnesses out of Arsenal is just so rude.
We hate the cards.
Oh yeah, because you
force it into their arsenal, and then they don't have anything.
They don't have anything to block. Yeah, that's always so brutal when that's like the last play. Yeah. That is what it's there for. Savor Bloodshed, along with some other assassin cards we're going to talk about, are moving probably for a couple of different reasons that we'll kind of allude to later. But the Arcane Armory deck is live, so I'm hoping it has more to do with that than with the other things that we're going to talk about. So Savor Bloodshed's $20. It's not exactly like going through the roof, but the card's been around 14, 15 all throughout December, even lower, 13. So just keep in mind that the assassin cards are on the move. Along the lines with that, Leave No Witness. We'll go ahead and do that one next. 21. So Leave No Witness has slowly and pretty much every week sort of grinded its way up a little bit more. Still a nice 3-month high of 40%. Definitely a quintessential card for Assassins. Probably one of the best 0 for 4s, I think, in the game. I mean, it's got to be up there. I mean, that card's criminal. One of the best codex targets, and it's really infuriating to give your opponent a card back. Yeah, and it blocks 3. It's probably, I mean, it's like my top 5 0 for 4s, and it's probably like really high, like 1 or 2 or 3. It's got to be number 1.
Yeah, it is absolutely the best codex target.
Yeah,
well, okay. Command and Conquer is still my favorite, but
only other argument I'll hear for 0 for 4s in the same category is Saber Bloodshed, because it has Go Again. But that is it. Like,
they're both assassin cards. Crazy.
Go Again. Yeah, it's
wild.
But anyways, yeah.
Maybe that's where they got
probably
touched.
due for a reprint at this point.
Maybe. I mean, it is a $20-ish Majestic from a set that's practically like dead, but probably not. I mean, not yet. I we'll see.
You think LNW? I don't know. You say LNW might get a reprint?
I think it's about due for one.
Balance. I mean, Quick Dodge Flexors is getting a reprint already.
They're reprinting Crown of Providence, which literally came out.
Yeah, but I think that's their way of creating a new collector, and like we can talk about a little bit, the new collector market without hurting the old, but also giving newer players like an easier chance. The idea is if you're going to buy the new set because you're a newer player and you want to catch up, then you get access to these cards that you couldn't in the older set. So it's saying, hey, you're going to buy this anyway, have a chance at this instead of just buying the singles, and potentially you'll get both of what you want. You'll get cards to play with, and you'll also hit a legendary that is something of very big relevance. And it also hopefully, creates a juxtaposition in the market where the old cards go down and the new cards kind of even out, and you've got a $30 to $40 less legendary because now there's just more of them in the game of just different art styles. That's the goal behind it. Without completely ruining both collectors markets, which it's going to happen anyway. But this is not a grade 'em up TCG. We're not a grade and collect. We're not. I mean, as much as people want to grade.
Did the Hunted get an archive pack?
You got the Japan pack, but I don't know if I got an archive pack.
Okay, the Japan pack is probably Hunted Archive. I think LNW got reprinted in there in Japanese. Maybe
it is in Japanese now. I do know.
Okay.
That,
yes. Then it's there. That is the only time it's ever been reprinted. I don't know. I think LNW should be reprinted. I'm surprised it's only $21. Surprised it's only $21.
I'm not saying it shouldn't, but yeah. So I mean, like, it's not exactly like jumping. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly jumping through the roofs. It's not a $45, $50, $60, $70 Majestic or a legendary. I'm not saying you should pay $20 for a Majestic, but it's a really good Majestic.
I think it's reasonable. I'm surprised it is that reasonable, but I also think it's only been printed in essentially one set. It's a card that maybe deserves a revisit. In Compendium.
That's what I'm saying, especially now that the Slippy Armory deck has come out, and we're going to try to get new players into the Assassin class. That's probably a good one to look at.
Yeah, you can't even go and you can't really even go buy packs to try to open it yourself. Like, you have to get it in the second market.
Price everybody out of that class. It sucks.
Yeah, but like there needs to be cards that just make you want to go buy singles. And Dynasty's not really available, but I mean it's not a criminal it's not that expensive.
No, I disagree.
I mean, it's expensive, but it's not that expensive.
Anyone who's going to buy singles is just going to buy singles anyway. I think you should. I think sealed product should always be at least a little bit available. And there should be sealed product that you want. Like, I'm in a situation right now when I go get my prize packs from winning an armory. I'm like, I don't want Super Slam anymore. I think I have every card.
Yeah,
I would so much rather
just
open High Seas, even though like I have almost every High Seas card, just for the small, tiny chance of opening a Riches of Trouble, Donnie. I'm so ready for Compendium to come out.
Yeah, Compendium is going to be a good set, and hopefully it's rightly printed where it's not obviously
every year. The winter stretch, like between the world set and whatever sets for worlds and the first set of the next year, is just the longest every year.
Yeah,
it's always terrible.
Okay, I'm going to shotgun through these, and then we're going to go jump into why these assassin cards potentially are moving. Persuasive Prognosis is the biggest winner this week, or biggest loser if you have to buy it. It's at $30 right now. We'll tell you why. Yeah, welcome to the Assassin Club. It's a whole bunch of assassins are in the game, right? Or did a bunch of cards leave the game? We'll find out. Yeah, $30. The only rainbow foil is $50. Then, or no, sorry, there's one for $40. $40, then $50, then $70. Barely any listings, so probably somebody's going to drop a whole bunch and lower those cards. But welcome to the new world where Persuasive Prognosis has some really nice art, but a really big price tag. Tarantula Toxin also on the move, up 21% over the last month, probably again due to some armory deck shenanigans, maybe not. It's only $5. That's for Japanese. It's still about $5 or $6. So nothing too crazy, but it is on the rise. The promo version's at $82 if you want the promo version. Quite expensive, but it looks really cool. And then just some other notable cards. Prismatic Leyline is still $30. Welcome to the club. Every week we talk about it. Every week we don't get it. I tell you, that card has more uses outside of gravy.
So
Somebody's
confusing.
cooking hard in the kitchen. Fearless Confrontations at 24. I think this is still the best card out of Mastery Pack Guardian in terms of Majestic. And then everybody's favorite Ally Hate card, Midas Touch, is cheaper in Rainbow Foil at 22 than it is at Non at 23. But Midas Touch is also a pretty good Majestic out of High Seas. That card has definitely had a weird glow up. I equate it to Poison the Well. It's just good because it's meta relevant good right now, which Poison the Well is still $13, mind you.
Don't buy Midas Touch yet.
Don't buy
That's
it
all
yet?
I'll say. Don't buy it.
Well,
Don't buy it yet.
we have
That's
a
all I can
banned and
say.
restricted list to talk about.
That's
Well, that's
right.
it.
We're
But
we're
yes.
gonna talk about that right now because why are all these cards well, some of them got reprinted, and we'll talk about that, but why are all these other cards going up?
Okay, so I think it was pretty funny that they decided to just out of nowhere spoil the BNR for tomorrow on stream.
I
That
like
was a
it.
crazy move.
It was
Let 'em
pretty
do it.
cool. Like, I liked it. Everyone was super excited about it.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted to see an aggressive BNR, and my God, this
Dude,
is really aggressive. Okay,
I was actually stunned to see some of these cards.
blue
So
and
what is on this ban list? Would we
Yeah.
like to talk about that?
What isn't on the ban list is probably easier to
Do we
do.
Okay.
have to
these-
talk
So-
about it? This
Let-
thing
okay,
hurt my
yeah,
feelings
hell
bad.
let's do the not surprising one. Gravy got a card hit. His chart height sees like the surprising card. It is pretty surprising that they ban like an M.
That's a
a-
big hit.
It's huge.
3 to 6 more gold out of the deck. Like,
Wow.
woo, gone.
No,
They lost a good Arsenal
pitchable-
target.
A
Yep.
blue that you can pitch from Arsenal
Yeah.
cannot
Yep.
be understated how important that is.
I was
I
gonna say-
didn't draw blue on this turn. I need a resources on this turn. It fixes so many problems. You need a one card hand
It
in
puts a
gravy to
blue
be
in
able to, like-
graveyard and potentially pitches
Yeah.
a blue and makes a gold and puts
Yeah.
a ally. Oh, it's
That
just
put- It was like the quintessential card. That was a big hit. Huge hit.
funny enough, it's one of those really volatile cards. Occasionally, your opponent plays it and they just like hit both their conks, and you're just like, I guess
Well,
you're
that's their fault
fatigued.
for using compass wrong. But like,
Uh,
but like even when you hit double blue with it, even when it just like turns a blue into a blue, card's
Mhm.
crazy because
Yeah.
it comes out of your arsenal.
Comes out Arsenal.
Like, you have a 2-card hand, right? You had a gold because of whatever reason, right? You activate gravy or a 1-card hand. Say you'd had an ally, right? Just 1 card left, right? You activate gravy. You put your rigor mortis, your sawbones, your chum, whatever in the yard. It doesn't matter. You play your chart. You just had a 1-card chum. You just had a 1-card Morty that got to swing. You got a 1-card sawbones out. It is heinous. It was way too good.
Let's note one of the largest interactions that just made Gravy sometimes pop off and like made it completely impossible to even have a game into him is he lost the synergy of being able to hit Chart of High Seas into a back alley break line off the top.
Yep.
That high roll is so absurd and it's gone. So this was probably a good ban, and I bet that's why they targeted like the high roll
thought it
potential of
would-
that card is so wild.
I didn't think they would hit chart. I thought that would be too big a hit.
Yeah, it is a big
But
hit.
I mean, maybe they want to slow him down. I mean, he is a new deck and he is surging through those points. So this gives design space to hopefully give him some cards that'll kind of give him a little more of an edge, but to slow him down a little bit. I mean, he is still probably playable. I would say that this is probably going to take a large meta share away, which is good because I don't think you want the 3 gravy top 8s all the time.
I mean, they did say that it's most likely going to come back at some point.
Oh, I mean, most of these cards are probably going to come back. They just need to
coming back.
They just need to adjust.
Speaking of cards that are probably going to come back, the next monumental ban was all colors of Deadwood Carapace.
Or Rootbound Carapace.
Rootbound Carapace. Sorry,
Yeah,
Rootbound.
yeah,
I always call it Deadwood. Rootbound Carapace. But
well, it took me a minute to realize that because they just said the card. So I was like, well, what color? And then I started to dawn. I was like, oh my God, they just banned the card outright.
Mm-hmm. So there are no passive options to decompose. I think in the reasoning they said they just want to see what happens when they put the Earth Heroes on having to be proactive to decompose. You know, it's really painful. Like, Verdance now has to give Arachne Huntsman an opportunity to hunt it or hunted her in order to decompose. Like, one of the ways that Verdance approached that matchup is she would just kind of sit around and twiddle her thumbs and never let Arachne play Hunter or Hunted until she knew kind of where her combo pieces were. And now she doesn't have that option anymore. I think there's like a lot of matchups that you just a dog into. Jarl can't really play Felling of the Crown as effectively anymore. He kind of he can't.
Earth Jarl's done.
Yeah, I don't even know if you bother with putting Felling in the deck anymore now.
I wouldn't,
because you have to put Tilling, or your first Felling has to come in
your
for 4.
choices are either you have to play Tilling and Felling and you cut Plow, or you play Tilling and Plow, but you can't play Tilling, Felling, and Plow, and that's
or
it.
you have to play.
You need another Decomposer.
There's some other. What other Earth card is there that banishes a single
Decay
card?
and Summer's Fall are your other 2 Decomposers, and the issue is to block 2.
No, there's one. I thought there was one Earth card that banishes a Earth card.
Oh, so tomorrow you could get there off 1.
That's like that might be better than.
Did the Dirtle Jarl deck run Rootbound Carapace? The one that like played a like
full
fatigue
Jarl? No. Full fatigue, no.
I thought they did because they still played 3 Felling the Crowns.
Per local fatigue girl enthusiast, the true fatigue version cut it. It's playing like all D reacts, clash cards, that kind of garbage.
Okay, now the weird ban is the blue Orb Weaver and yellow Orb Weaver. Oh, you want to go over
quick
something
else? Root Bounds. I don't think Verdance is dead. Florian is dead.
I was gonna say Florian's probably
I think
dead,
Florian
right?
caught more off of it than Verdance.
Yeah, Florian
it does
caught a bigger
definitely.
Stray. Yeah,
it definitely does hurt her though.
The big thing for Verdance, the easiest way to explain it is that it hurts her aggro matchups because your first Felling now more often comes in for 4 instead of 8. And obviously, as we know, 4 points in Fab is a lot of points. Especially whenever she's trying to do like Storm Strider skills and things like that. You're more likely to be at like 13, 14, or like 10 to 13.
Well,
which is outside of the range.
You also just can't. She can't hope that like you swing into her a few times and you get to play 2 Carapaces and only have to throw 1 Felling or Crown, and then you're online with your pings. I think the shorter matches, I think it hurts her quite a bit.
Yeah, it really hurts you in your aggressive matchups, and that's like the big loss.
I wouldn't be surprised in like the longer matchups. There's no change. If not, she might improve a little bit because she maybe comes up with some more consistent way of navigating that puzzle of turning her hero power online.
I think you just go to potions more often because you can just first cycle that shit now a lot, and you don't care about being online.
That's true. Okay,
but yeah, I just wanted to say that like Florian got taken out back, and Verdance is going to come out of this like a tier 1.5 deck.
Right. I mean, like, hopefully, like, you don't want to kill the deck. I mean, obviously, Florian. I don't know what Florian's going to do. Florian already wasn't really having a good time, and this is brutal.
I think Florian is just catching a stray from Verdance. I think this is a
Yep.
pretty good turn down on Verdance, especially if they do plan on printing some like non-attack action or something that allows them to decompose.
Mhm.
I think this is probably the right way. They're just maybe pulling the trigger a little fast because maybe they just want to see what happens. What does she just disappear?
For the record, I'm super okay with meta shakeups. Like,
Yeah.
if you've been playing this game for the last 6 months, it has been stale. We've been playing the same
Yes.
game since May. Like,
Yeah.
Arachne came out, Syndra got a little bit stronger. That's the only real change that we've had. Like, I'm super okay with bans. And but I just did want to say, like, in Verdance, I think she is a step down, but she is not bad. It'll be good.
The
Let's
weird
go.
ban then was a blue yellow spinneret. I did not see any kind of assassin ban coming in this DNR.
This tells me they
threw
look at
for a
Talishar
loop.
data.
Well, it's preemptive, isn't it? Like, I mean, if you hit the top decks, do they? I mean, like maybe they just preemptively wanted to tone assassin down, so it wouldn't just
What
come
are
into
you
the.
really doing by banning blue and yellow Orb Weaver spinneret? You're just like, you're just hurting the
You are forcing
consistency of getting
assassins-
the first Chalicera a little bit?
Yeah, that's literally it. And you are forcing Mario players to go back to the drawing board again right after we found an actually good list. We had just found the good list. The actually tuned this is Mario is the reason all of those assassin cards have been going up. That is the reason T-Tox went up, is the reason, maybe not the reason that Prog went up, but that may be more in line of the Slippy Armory deck, but Mario is the reason for all of the rest of those assassin spikes. And
If you look
this
at
hurt my feelings so bad.
this, tells me they look at Talishar data, because if you look at Talishar data, Mario, there's only 3 decks that are above a 56% win rate right now. Which, by the way, number 1 is Florian at 59. Number 2 is Kasai, who got away with murder. We did not get Draw Swords banned. This is bullshit. And then number 3 is Mario. And if you look at the number of games played, Florian has like 4K games, Kasai has 7K, and Mario has 18K. So having 18K games and being that high in a win rate tells me that they're like, all right, this is probably an issue.
Oh, damn. I mean, it sounds like everyone just needs to start turning their stats off.
Yeah, like this to me just tells me that they're looking at things like that and they're using it as data, which as a developer, I would use it too.
Yeah,
it's
I'd use every data
point.
source available, especially when
Yeah, exactly.
when the data set's that large. There has to be some
Yeah.
truth into a large data set, right?
And then they're looking at like calling Valencia too, where Mario's day 1 win rate was like 79% or something,
Yeah.
like comically
50%
good for a
conversion
day
rate.
1 rate. Right? Like it's very clear the deck is good. And then even if you look at the calling from Seattle, like if you look at the top 16, there's a bunch of Marios in there.
It was a 33% conversion rate from day 1 to day 2.
Yeah, like
The second most played deck in the room at 33 copies, with 35 going to Syndra.
I think hitting Mario was brilliant by them. Not just because I'm an assassin hater. Like I do have a brand to uphold, and I'm very happy that I get to uphold my brand. But like also, this was very preemptive, or not preemptive, but this was very smart, because like if you cut Gravy down and you trimmed Verdance down and you trimmed Syndra down, right? By the way, Syndra got taken out back. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
And you trimmed Florian down. The big one is you took Florian out back.
But they trimmed Phi down.
Yeah, they did kill Five. That's messed up. But
Oh
like,
no. Anyway,
but yeah, the point being, like, you basically took all of Mario's bad matchups out back. You got to do something with Mario. So I have no issues with this.
It's
yeah,
preemptive.
when you put it that way, it makes sense.
This ban list is
I'm still
insanely
gonna.
logical.
I reserve the right to not be happy about it, but I understand the logic and reasoning behind it.
I'm salty about Rootbound. Like, I wanted Mental Block and I wanted Scour gone. That was my two calls. Like, hurt Verdance's blue base, make them play bad blues, because her blue base is just comically good. But whatever, they chose to hit Rootbound Carapace instead.
Okay,
Oh.
last ban, because you mentioned it already, Syndra. Ran with Cinderclaw and what's the name of her legendary?
Wrath of
Wrath of
Retribution.
Wrath of Retribution. First, I want to point out that our viewer, Andrew Osman, totally predicted the Brand with Cinderclaw ban. 8 days ago, I think they're going to ban Brand with Cinderclaw. You're wrong about the
Spot on,
swells,
dude.
buddy, but you nailed it on the Brand with Cinderclaw. All 3 colors are now gone. And wow, this is what I would have banned as well. Exactly these 2 cards. I think she's still very strong, but she doesn't get to play all these like insanely crazy cards that require them to be like draconic without having to do that fealty generation first, right? Make her play the
Right.
mini game. Brand with Cinderclaw, every time you see Brand with Cinderclaw, you're like, oh god, am I about to get flicked and then like just take 1 billion damage? Like, it just made
Dude,
their
this
2
is-
card hands too strong.
This is bad news bears for them because like they're losing. By the way, banning Blue Cinderclaw was just taking Phi out for no reason. We could have
Yes.
just banned the red
To be fair,
ones.
yes.
Like
Banning the blue and yellow, they literally
Yeah.
removed 9 cards from Phi's deck, and they removed 3 cards from Syndra's deck. But
yeah, like 3, maybe 5, depending on how many yellow brands they were on. The blue is
Yeah.
just rude. But dude, the replacement level cards, because that's like how you decide how big a ban is. The replacement level card for this is like
Yeah.
tag the target.
they're not great.
Yeah, like the issue is you either get to choose like on hit mark with conditional go again, and that's it. Like what flavor of it are you looking for? It's bad.
Maybe they play Outed Tech W.
It's bad out here. Like
Okay.
yeah, like I don't know what they do.
We're
Like,
at the
I
Retribution,
legitimately
though.
think Syndra just got taken out back.
Glad that card's gone.
Oh, Wrath needed to go.
That card is so, oh man, like you could be playing the game perfectly. They draw their one of on the turn that you like just happen to not have a defensive card, and you just get absolutely flattened by Wrath of
Oh, literally, I was testing with one of our guys that went up to Seattle on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, someday this week. Anyways, and I had him I had him at 4 as a Verdance, and I was just like in the kill spell waiting room for 2 turns. He found Wrath, and it was literally his only way to win the game. I was up so much. It was like 14-4. And we were like, well, the only way you can win this game is if you get Wrath quad dagger off this turn. And he got Wrath quad dagger off that turn. It was literally his only out. It was stupid. It was a 1 card 11.
That card is a bit overtuned, and it's like they could have done things to make it so trivial to make that card not problematic. Like your next dagger swing is free, or your next 2 dagger swings are free. Like
Yeah.
a little bit more text on the card and it's fine. It's just the fact that you could like swing the daggers like 4 times. And it's actually like I've been hit with the dagger 5 times before. That's always super fun. Love it when that happens. Dagger, blood runs deep, dagger, break boots, dagger. Like, woo, man. Oh boy, I had so much fun with your 1 card, your 1 card 3 into 10 more. Yeah, 1
so
card
1 card
13. Mm-hmm, love
that's
that.
not good.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I expected Wrath to get hit and nothing else from Syndra.
Yeah, I would have been fine with only Wrath ban, but I don't think Brand with Cinderclaw is a bad ban either. If we're only looking at Syndra, I think it's pretty disappointing and that Phi just gets ignored and then catches bans for no reason.
For the record, Ellie thinks Phi is still fine. She is still super high on Phi coming out of this, but also you could tell her that Phi has 60 legal cards and she would still be high on Phi. So I don't know like how to take that sometimes, but she is still like Phi's fine. So I don't know.
It is what it is. We all asked for things to change, and they certainly did. This will definitely affect the win rates of the top 2 decks. Notably, Acilio, who's just outside of being like the big 3. Nothing.
Is he?
He's always been like floating right there at the back end of the big 3.
We've had an
Because-
Acilio in every top 8 since Worlds.
He's a menace to like everyone, all 3 decks. Like Syndra is probably his worst matchup, right? Because
Syndra's your worst matchup. If you go first, you lose. If you go second, you can win. Verdant's matchup used to be really good for you. Now it's like 50-50. And Gravy is the reason you play Acilio. Because that matchup, unless they're on 3 Amulet of Echoes, is free 99.
By the way, Amulet Echoes, that's a pretty good card now. Acilio might be.
Can you mute that part of the podcast?
Acilio might be the de
the
facto aggro deck going into this next meta if it's not Dash.io.
Yeah. I was going to say, who do we think are the big winners here?
Dash.io, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't honestly, personally, I don't think Dash.io changes that much. I don't think she gave a crap about the big 3. That's why she showed up and beat the hell out of them. What she hates running into are these like decks that can pivot to full fatigue or just running literally like 16 4 blocks and huge equipment suites. None of those 3 decks are doing that. Verdance has wizard gear on. Syndra can't block worth of crap. And Gravy, like the way you approach Gravy is like, I'm just gonna ignore allies unless it's Sawbones or Chum. You make me hit them.
What about RKO and like Victor?
And,
I was thinking about Victor as well.
I mean, did Victor get something from this? I guess Victor.
Gravy and Verdance going down is huge for Victor.
Gravy going down is
Mhm.
great for Victor. Period.
My reason that I think Dio is really good is because I think of what else came up around her, right? Because
I mean-
Verdance going down.
Victor coming
Is a
up
big
is
deal.
not good for Dio.
Let me finish out the rest, right? Verdance going down, like the matchup is only okay with Dio right now because no one's playing Warmongers.
Mhm.
But the second Verdance puts Warmongers back in the deck, that's again a comically favored matchup, or was, but now I don't know.
No, it's just
You
good
don't
in
remember.
general. Like if you were running Warmongers, you just felt pretty good. You just needed to make sure you found a
Yeah.
play. Either had a Warmongers or D-React in Arsenal at all times.
Yeah, I have never lost a game as Verdance when I was registering Warmongers versus Dio.
Mhm.
So, but I do think your Verdance matchup, it's probably the same because they're probably just gonna have to swap to like full out fatigue. It's like the same idea, but whatever. But if Verdance drops off a little bit because you're not registering Verdance because you just get this flat, easy matchup spread, I think that's really good for her. Gravy being weaker is not good for her because she did beat up on Gravy, and Syndra being weaker is not as good for her. But the decks that are coming up, I think, are Acilio and KO. Those are the 2 where I'm just like, check marks, yes, please. Those are good decks.
KO's probably.
Dude, I do not like playing Dash.io and KO.
Really
Are we talking about heavy KO or RKO?
Fleshbag.
heavy KO.
I mean,
Heavy KO.
yeah. Fleshbag is really mean. They do have good arsenal disruption. They often have space to put erase face, and the erase face comes in for 7 instead of 6, meaning you always
Interesting.
have to
Mind
leave
token.
one block up. Yes, and if you don't know their list going in, if they're only sitting on like 9 non-blocks, they could drop down to maybe just 3, and they can actually just go, all right, I'm going to fatigue you now. I have a huge fridge. I have Fleshbag.
So is it finally KO's time?
So the stats show that matchup is a 56%er for Dio,
Mhm.
which, if you know, like Talishar stats, like anything above 55% is alarming. Well, not alarmingly good, but a very good matchup for you. If you're inside that band of like 45 to 55, that's like, okay, this is a toss up. But anything that gets above 55 is good.
Well, just think about where KO is right now, right? He's running Buck Wild, 2 blocks. He's running
Yeah.
a bunch of Wild Rides and Pulpings and Bear Fangs. There's been plenty of metas where it was just the Wild Rides, Bear Fangs, and maybe Yellow Wild Rides. He's got a lot more 2 blocks and no blocks in his deck. He's got Reckless Assault. That's a no block. So yeah, I think current KO, you're probably right. If KO is coming up, I think Dio actually maybe is good into him now because KO only has 1 game plan into Dio, and now that's Racer. So if Fleshbag whiffs, then they lose.
It could be. But yeah, so Dio is strong. If you want to talk about Acilio's worst matchup, it's Dio.
Dio.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is the bad matchup. Null
Dude,
Time Zone is
Null Time Zone.
legitimately, the second it has hit the table, I have won one game through null time zone. One. I've played so many rounds of that matchup.
You just say
so
gone in the
hard
flash,
second.
and they're only your only out is to have a full on bounce house, a blast to oblivion turn instead.
Yeah, you need like a blast brilliance combo instead of gone in flash. So, if Mario's good, Dio's like whatever. That's like kind of a toss-uppy matchup. It's did Mario stumble? Did they have a dagger turn when you have processor out?
Mario
right? One of those kinds of
may
things.
Mario may go a little more towards the disruption package again. Without the consistent Chaliceras, I mean,
Mario is good.
Mario will be fine. I think you're going to be using your hat to get Orb Weaver more, but whatever.
I mean, that was already one of my favorite play lines, dude. If you ever hit a 6 and you have the D-React, you get the D-React block and then block with helmet and then get your Chelicera and just have a giant dagger turn for free. Oh, feels so good.
But my thing is, like, I think the other decks coming up around Dio makes it a healthier environment for her, while the things that were previously strong are no longer as strong.
Okay, so let's talk about the dual wield warriors then. I think Noah mentioned, didn't you mention those a while ago? The dual wield warriors. Let's talk about Fang in particular. With Verdance going down.
No, Dio and Acilio are two of his worst matchups.
Yeah, I think Fang has no change. I think he's an okay deck. Not much of a shift there. Kasai?
Yes.
I mean, Kano's gone.
Yes. Literal worst matchup in the whole game went out.
Kasai's going to be a powerhouse.
Yeah, Kasai is an issue. They legit, like, I've memed about banning draw swords for a long time. They needed to ban draw swords.
Let's see.
Dorinthia? Should have is the better way to say it. Need is too strong.
I mean, Dorinthia on Dawnblade is fine. She loses the Gravy matchup, which is a really good matchup.
She lost points in this meta.
And she loses Syndra, which is also a really good matchup. And, like, Verdance takes a hit, but, I mean, it's whatever. And then the problem is Florian takes a hit, so it's kind of good. But now you bring up other decks that she doesn't want to see. So, like, Dorinthia doesn't want to play into Kasai. Dorinthia doesn't want to play into Victor. Dawnblade, that is, usually. I mean, there's some tools and stuff for that, but you really just don't want to see those matchups. You do not want to
play into Victor, dude. Test of Iron Grip is so messed up into any type of attack reaction deck.
You don't want to see those decks. Like, Kasai has way too many good D-reacts, and she's just going to get good value. Kasai will just block Thori out pretty much all the time. And if it's like a dual in a dual situation, I think Kasai has the edge either way, because Kasai has Raise an Army and other better outs when you guys are literally trying to outvalue each other. Kasai is going to generate more value. You're not going to be able to stop it. So I think Kasai gets big points. I think Dory loses points because she loses two matchups she like to see. I think if KO gets prevalent, I think Dory's still good into KO, but it's not the best race, because I think KO can still just out with you. You get like one or two good block turns, and then if Dawnblade isn't already soaring through, like, I think he out races you is the problem. But it's okay, because I think Marlin is totally fine. Like, I just play Marlin, and I'm not super upset at all.
I think you improved. Less gravy is good for you.
Get to move maybe some cards out of the sideboard. Maybe you don't even have to run the anchors. Probably still have to run the anchors, but it might get a little bit more sideboard room. Although it's weird, because I mean, it's like the blue base. It usually shifts around for Marlin. She runs so many damn blues.
See,
your arrows and harpoons don't really change a whole lot.
Was Chart a Marlin card too? I'm not.
No, it is a Pirate Necromancer.
It's a Pirate Necromancer card. No.
Yeah. Okay. It's a pure gravy hit. Wild gravy hit too. Still a crazy one. But, also Kano left. So everybody who had a bad Kano matchup.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like got infinite points for the one Kano that would be in the room.
I mean, everybody.
My plan for Battle Hardened Atlanta was to play Kano.
Do we think that Vincent gets a little better, because now people are only going to go down to AB1, and that's potentially a problem for some Vincent variations?
What?
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
No,
do you need
he
more
doesn't
Vincent?
have a way to
care
do
about more
than
than
one
AB1?
point of AB besides invert.
Okay.
But,
Vincent's only rune chance. So I think if we're talking about people getting like points for people removing going down to AV1, that would be Florian with his like big setups to bonk you with a tree over and over again.
Yeah, tree is annoying.
Does Vincent get better?
In theory, yes, because
Syndra got
all
worse.
decks that
so...
got hit.
Yep. And
all your
Grady
decks that got
worse.
hit were technically bad matchups. So sure.
Yeah, I think Vincent did get quite a bit better.
Just
This
trying to
feels
think
very
of
heavy.
who's-
It's just gonna be soup.
Yeah, this is that meta where everybody kind of just brings something, but you will see, like, you're gonna see some weird things. You're gonna see Hatchet Story again. I'm not gonna bring it this time, but like somebody will do it. Somebody's gonna do it. There's gonna be some wacky things, so things will be viable, and it's right before the RTN season, which is coming towards the new year. Which I'm gonna try and go into a hyperbolic
3 weeks
time chamber while I'm gone.
When this
3
comes
weeks?
out, it'll be like 2 weeks and days.
I know I'm going to be traveling a lot, but I know I'm going to have weird downtime at the hotels, and it's going to be spent learning how to actually play the game. So, because I'm coming for one of them. I'm not joking either. That's one, it's a New Year's resolution, but two, I want to not sit down across from like a Slippy and just have no fucking clue what I'm doing as Marlon, because it's rough. Like, I know what I want to do. I just don't know how to make the cards do that all the time. There's some tough decisions on that deck that just don't make a whole lot of sense.
Okay. Before we end the podcast, I wanted to talk about like the events that actually happened this weekend. We had Calling Seattle, right?
Right.
And then what was the other one? Battle Hardened Valencia? Or was it a
Vienna.
Calling? Vienna.
It's Battle Hardened.
Battle Hardened Vienna. So we had Battle Hardened Vienna, and that's where Kano actually hit Living Legend at preemptively, right? So I didn't watch that one at all. I don't even know if it was
There was no
streamed.
stream.
So I think
He
it's
died off screen.
Yeah, he died off screen, which is tragic. Then I heard didn't Chain win the Battle Hardened? So
Chain won all Sage events this weekend.
yep, he's pretty good, and Runeblades in general are dominating that format. I don't think any of us are surprised when we kind of saw things starting to boil out that between Briar, Aurora, and Chain, those decks are all like really powerful.
Briar and Chain, like their text boxes are just comically good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
like
Calling Seattle was picked up almost by a Kano. We thought for sure it was going to be a Kano win.
That was a wild
Okay,
finish.
first let's talk about the semis and the Kano like somehow beating a Prism. Everyone thought, okay,
Somehow he played 12 poppers. That's how.
Okay,
He played 12 poppers
did.
with 6 opt.
and we talked about, we thought Fearless Confrontation was one of the best cards that came out. Master Pack Guardian. Call for Backup is a really sweet card.
It was
Yeah,
so
call for backup
funny.
is super cool.
Yeah.
Oh
Call
man,
for backup, getting call for backup is never not funny.
dude, you
That game was pure cinema. Anybody listening to this, go watch that game. It was so
Yeah, go
funny.
watch that game.
absolute cinema.
We're not going to be able to describe it well.
Mhm.
But going off the back of that game, where if you, by the way, if you look at his list, or if you look at the cards that came in from the sideboard, he has 12 poppers, which you don't ever play main board. So if you include Tunic, Waning Moon, and just, I don't know, literally any other piece of equipment or any other sideboard card, maybe Imperial Edict, that's his whole sideboard. He doesn't have a single extra, like, he literally is playing the same 60 into everybody and then has these 12 cards that he just drops in his deck for Prism.
Dude made his 80 and said, I ain't losing to Prism.
Yeah.
And then
Which is
didn't.
insane.
Like,
Yeah,
And
he
it
gets what he
did.
wanted.
it's like,
So
he's
good
like,
for him.
I'm not going to change these 60 cards ever. Might as well just fill the other cards with poppers.
He was playing Red Twining, and I still don't get Red Twining. But he was playing it, and good on him. So, but yeah,
We were
he had that
joking.
game, and then he played Kasai.
Yeah, we were joking going in the finals, like, because Kasai is just such a bad matchup for her, right? It's such a bad matchup for her going in. Kano, she's like red and yellow, like almost the whole way through the deck, other than a smattering of blues. And she usually doesn't even make room for AB3 It's just AV1 because warriors have a hard time hitting AV3, funny enough. And so we were joking in the Discord running into it. Maybe the Kasai's the other way. Maybe the Kasai just has 60 cards and then the rest of her sideboard is just all Kano hate. It turns out it wasn't required. It just
doesn't matter.
It just had the Kano, the epitome of like the bike riding meme where you stick the stick into the spokes and hit your own shins with it. Come on, dude. You got to the finals. Breathe. Take your time. It's one of your most favorite matchups, and he did not take his time. And
he took too much time on there were two lines that cost him the game. The first, and these are like, I get them. When I watched it back, I like, okay, I get it. Because I missed the first one. The first one was he had a hand where he had a Gaze the Ages in Arsenal. He blind Kano'd into a Gaze, and the other three cards in his hand are Blue Kindle Wildfire. So he's looking at that being like,
yeah,
all right, I go for this. I have 4 opt. I'm going to find something good off the top with my 4 opt, right? He looks at the first set of ops and he missed on both of them. Put both of them on the bottom and then made the executive decision to not go for like his Gaze the Ages opt. And he kept his Storm Striders around. So he blew his frags, but he didn't commit his Storm Striders. And I think that is a tough situation because he has a really bad Gaze the Ages in Arsenal. And he wants to get the Wildfire in there. But he also has his Kindle in his hand that got really clunky. So I get that. Like, it is an okay line. He committed his rags. The matchup's so favored, he kind of just wanted to get them down anyways. Was the theory, at least. The second one was he had a Aether Spindle hit for 6. And the Spindle saw 4 blues, Wildfire Lessons. Which is like perfect. He doesn't have to use Striders. He doesn't have to commit resources from hand. He has an energy potion on board. This is resource optimal. The issue is if he does the math on it, and the line is literally Wildfire Lessons Blazing, right? We've all done the math on this thing a million times. I think the opponent was at 36 because of Sigil Solace, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was mid 30s.
Yeah, it was like mid to low 30s. Yeah, because full is 42, so then 37. So yeah, so he had to be at 37. We know as Kano players, if they don't AB anything, you get 52 points of damage. If they AB 1, it's 38. And then if they AB 1 again, they live at 1. And that's exactly what happened. So he now granted his brain is fried because he just beat a Prism. But he needed to look at the life totals and been like, this guy just needs to be presenting literally attack or 3 arcane or 3 whatever it is resources to AB, and I can't kill him here. He will live at exactly 1. So that sucks.
Yeah,
it was entertaining.
Card games. It was very entertaining. I was losing my mind. Like Donnie and I were in the call together, and I'm losing my mind as I'm like, "Why are you going for this? Why are you going for this? Stop that! Stop that!" But he also just beat Prism.
No.
Yeah.
it was probably
He had just beaten the Prism, so like I get it. And like he doesn't have his rags anymore, so he doesn't have like deterministic ways to make sure that he can get to blazing. So like I get going for the line and then just hoping the opponent doesn't have enough to kill him, but he was at 12.
Christopher Yali's gonna look at that quick dodge flexors and be like, I don't deserve you.
This is the funny thing is this is the second time a Kasai has beaten a Kano in the finals of a calling.
That matchup is so cursed, but it's happened twice, and that's really weird. I now have 10 cents in my pocket.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
So the only way Kasai wins callings is if they beat Kanos in the finals. So congratulations, Kasai players. Your deck is no longer ever going to win another calling.
Yep, that was it. That was the last one.
We did it.
sorry.
Okay, did we miss anything? I feel like we did.
The last turn the Kasai had was because Draw Swords drew a card and they attacked, and it was literally Xaxes because of Draw Swords.
Yes.
Giving them all the resources they needed.
So ban Draw Swords.
So ban Draw Swords.
Hello, LSS, wake up.
You don't need any more proof than that. You just
Yep.
gotta ban draw swords.
That's all we needed.
There's extra Silver Age stuff. I don't think that we talked about before. There's like a part 2, right? With all the new decks that are coming out. So there was part
Yeah, there's
1.
20 of them.
No, we know about part 1 and part 2 that they're staggered.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in the
Mhm.
initial announcement.
Mhm.
We also they talked about it a little bit, like letting us know that this metagame is very likely to like be volatile and this isn't their words, my words. It's potentially shitty, but there's just such an overwhelmingly positive response on the approach that they're like, okay, we'll do events. You guys asked for it. Just know that Compendium and whatever lists and stuff that we start putting out as far as bans and restrictions go on, that's supposed to happen when Compendium comes out.
When is the actual release date for Compendium?
February early?
Like
it's got a release date.
First week of February?
I can't remember.
Because the next ban list is Monday, February 2nd. So it might be like the day before. Like the Monday of Compendium release.
I don't think we will have our voting phase yet. Where you play,
we have to
play
have the
one
season
game.
before the voting phase happens, because you have to have played a pen event in order to, or a Sage event in order to be able to do the ban.
Yes, and then
Right, to vote for a card to be
Okay,
banned.
so we are getting the ban list the Monday before pen drops. So this Silver Age format is not a real format. Hopefully we will see bans
there might
for
be
Silver
touches.
Age.
Yeah, they might go ahead and touch it. Even like they might say, okay, this is so clearly out of line. Even though there are new cards coming out, Chain shouldn't be winning every event that we host, right?
LSS, if you had a ban list every fucking month, we wouldn't have this issue. You could do this already.
And maybe they'll do it for Sage. I know basically what a season is. Basically, we have 3 seasons a year at the moment because we have like 3 sets.
Mhm.
So that means approximately every 4 months there will be a rotation of heroes. I think they said players are going to ban 2 of them, and LSS is going to hold the rights to ban 1, something like that. It's like devs.
Either 3-in-1 or 2-in-1.
It's the devs are saying we
I
will
think it's
ban 1
3-in-1.
hero. There will be a vote. Players will vote, and then LSS will choose one after that.
Yeah,
And they
I
will
think it's
rotate out
3-in-1.
Ban a
one
whole-
season.
Ban a whole hero?
Ban a
Wow.
whole hero.
Yeah.
So we all know Chain's going first.
Probably. It won't be
They don't touch
LSS
'em.
doing it. Like it'll be the players.
Yeah. And then what they're doing after is bans. So they look at it and say, all right, here are the 4 heroes that are rotating. What might be problematic? We'll ban a card.
So
That's the ordering of things. So you're not seeing bans and then trying to like foresee the future of
Mhm.
like, oh, Ira's going to be a problem. And then you ban Ira.
yeah,
They're
ban,
gonna
ban the cards
do it
into
the
the
way.
ground. Honestly, they're all cheap, like
Yeah, nobody cares.
$2 cards at most.
They
yeah.
should just ban the
Yeah,
cards.
send them.
Yeah.
Like keep the meta.
Draw
like,
swords. Get it out of
crazy.
here. All formats.
All of them.
Yeah, I don't know if we need to go so far as to ban draw swords from Sage.
I'll be the judge of that.
I mean, we will see when Compendium comes out. Almost everyone's supposedly getting a card, so. Okay. Well, we went a little long this episode as expected. After a break, we usually do end up delving towards the 80th minute or so. Anything else we want to talk about this week?
Is there anything else?
I
Give me
think we're
back
hitting
bonds.
a dead season. We're
We're
gonna
gonna.
be hard
Well, that's
chilling.
okay. We could do.
We got 2 weeks and then we're back up for our TN season, baby.
We could do some kind of a Silver Age show match. We could also just play amongst ourselves if we can't get the Tunic Gamers to do it. We could do a day where we just play and like record that, have some good times. We can do a looking forward to like New Year's thing, maybe like a New Year's tier list, things like that as well. There's some weird things we can do. We can do some things.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
have
it's probably
fun
some
with it.
evergreen content, like
Yeah.
talking about game theory and that kind of thing. I don't think we've really done very much of that.
well,
Like,
I
we've
think
mostly
even
been
if
news and
we
notes.
can just consider what the meta is going to be like after we've had times to think about what these cards actually affect. Like we do have a RTN season coming up.
Yeah. Like we can do as we get some data as things shift, as you guys discuss things and play through things, and oh, what's this? We can get an idea of what our team's going to look like.
and talk about why Codex of Inertia and Draw Swords need to be banned.
We could also talk
Leave my
about
codexes alone, man.
Well, listen, I'll let you have frailty. Inertia's the one that tilts me, man. I hate that card.
we could also talk about the rule set for the RTNs. We haven't talked about that yet. It is different from PQs. So maybe next week we'll talk about how the rule set works for Return to Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done for now.
Well, I mean, we're never truly done. The game seems to be still growing and changing continuously. But done for tonight.
In terms of wrapping up, where can everybody find you, Mr. Justin? We'll go around.
You can only find me on Discord. I have
That's it.
Removed
Game's
all
over.
other things, and I am Jevzo5 on Discord.
He doesn't want it. Find him on Discord or else. That's it. Thomas.
Yeah, don't even put an @ symbol next to his name anymore. It's just Jevzo5. He's got this mononym going on now. At Wet the System Fab on Twitter and Wet the System on Discord.
Donnie.
Yeah, that's my name. I had to think
That
about
is.
it there for a second.
It's going in order, and I'm thinking like, no, he's got like everybody else is good.
Yeah, I am Draco Hominus 87 everywhere social media is sold. You can find me on Discord and Twitter. Used to be able to find me on Blue Sky, not so much anymore. And look for me on the Tunic Counter Gamers podcast whenever it comes out this week, when we're talking about the Slippy Armory deck. That was a very fun conversation. I think it's going to be a good listen.
And I will resume opening packs of cards after the holiday just because I don't want to deal with another break. So I want to go figure some things out. I also need to buy some cards because literally it's just this Outsiders that I got to finish and Bright Lights. And so I'm out of boxes. Also at Big Max Fab on Twitter, at Big Max on Blue Sky, at Big Max or just Big Max on Discord. And that's it. That's all I got. And I'll cut the jokes after the New Year's, but it's coming. Don't worry about it. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope you enjoyed catching up with us this week. And if you did, subscribe or follow, depending on where you found us, to catch us again next time. Until then, take care of yourselves. And remember, we are all siblings in cardboard. I promise, New Year's, it's going to be new material. It'll be something different. But until then, it's still the same me. It's still the same pummel. It's still the same cards. You got to read them. You got to do what they say. And you better discard those cards. Sage or not, Living Legend or not, format different or not, just discard the card.
I was going to make a joke about doing your Kano math too, but that was the last Kano mistake we ever had to watch.
Oh, and ban draw swords. You have to. You have to.
All right,
We've seen the power.
Yeah, it's just going to, next year's just going to be all ban draw swords. Good night.
That's it. Good
My
night.
New Year's resolution is to ban draw swords.